welcome to Issues and Insights on HCEC-TV. My name is Holly Sexton, and I'm a financial education professional at Abound Credit Union. I'm also a certified credit union financial counselor. We have so many free resources for you to learn how to talk about money, management, and all the things that you need to do to achieve your financial goals and your life goals at aboundcu.com. Make sure to check it out. I've been on tour this week in schools with many people from HCEC-TV and ECTC. So happy to partner with them for this edition of Issues and Insights. And a shout out to Rachel Hepner and her team who help with scholarships and help students all day long at ECTC. I'm with Michael Hazard. Michael is the Professor of Industrial Maintenance and Technology and also the Dean of Workforce Solutions and Technical Programs at ECTC, which is Elizabethtown Community and Technical College. So welcome.
Thank you.
So good to have you here.
It's nice being here.
And it's been a whirlwind this week talking about scholarships as we prepare for filling out the FAFSA October 1st. And getting students acclimated to filling out the paperwork, getting them acclimated to preparing for scholarships and grants and just awareness about it. And I'm not overselling here when I share with our viewers that we're going to talk about how to go to school for virtually free.
Yes, ma'am.
Almost free.
Almost free.
Yeah, so let's talk about what you do for the college and simplify that for us because you're serving in several capacities.
Yes, ma'am. I actually have three hats is what I like to call at the college. I am the technical division chair, and what that is I help the programs that we consider to be our traditional vocational programs, your automotive, diesel, ag, electrical technology, engineering technology, industrial maintenance technology, welding, culinary arts, CAD, and computerized manufacturing machining. And I'm going to miss one, I always do.
If this were a quiz, yes. I think that you just got an A. So
I have 13 programs, so it's really good. And Apprenticeship Studies is another one that we do, we work with too. In that capacity, again, we have about 800 students in those programs, and I try to help get them through their educational experience the best we can at ECTC, and I think we do a pretty good job. I have the most amazing faculty, and I'm so proud to work with them, so honored to work with them on a daily basis. In my other role, I am the Dean of Workforce Solutions, and in that role, what I do is I help provide that's our business and industry services team that provides short, customized training courses for business and industry. That's one aspect of what we do. So if, say, a company needs to have some of their people retrained on, say, programmable logic controllers, which is the computer that runs the machinery automation, well, they could come to us and we could help upskill those technicians and get them up to where they need to be. Because after time, you don't work with it every day. You may forget a few things. So that's what we do in that respect. Other things that we do in the workforce solutions is we have our CDL program.
Which is, for those who aren't familiar,
CDL is our commercial driver's license program, and what they do is that's truck driving. So we have, on the program, it's actually called the Wherever I May Roam Truck Driving Academy.
Metallica.
Yeah. And that does tie in with our Metallica Scholarship Initiative that we're part of at ECTC. And we also have the State Registered Nursing Assistant Program, which is that's a short-term program. We have our Coding Academy, which is in partnership with KRDA and in Fort Knox. What we are doing is we're helping provide Java programmers for
because the need is there for programmers, and so what you're doing, I love those partnerships. Those make so much sense for workforce development. The need already exists.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep. So you are training those people, and then sending them to jobs at Knox.
And very good paying jobs for considering a 17-week program. They come out. We've had a student come out making $70,000 a year in 17 weeks. So that's a pretty good thing. Our CDL program, like I said, it's a 4-week program. They come out of there, they can make a lot more than what I'm making in a year. So they make about $60,000-$70,000 a year to start driving. Once they're driving, in some areas, not that's a lot of work. There's a lot of driving and being in the right place. but the potential is there. We have our advancement. In the advanced manufacturing programs, we work with the on the academic side, we work with the Kentucky FAME program. So we help.
What's that?
The Kentucky FAME program is a program for advanced manufacturing education. It's the Federation for Advanced Manufacturing. It is a program that's designed to help. It's where in industry they have technicians. They have your maintenance technicians. Well, this is a maintenance technician on steroids, basically. What they do, they get a lot of the same coursework. And it's an industry-driven program, so they also are getting some lean principles and a lot of the materials based on the Toyota way of manufacturing. So, a lot of lean principles, a lot of Kanban, just in time, Kaizen, all of that. They're learning about those things in addition to their regular industrial maintenance classes such as welding and maintaining industrial equipment.
And those
PLCs.
are good jobs.
Oh, they're great. They're great jobs.
They pay very well. They
Yes,
have good
ma'am.
benefits.
Huge
for
demand.
Sure.
Huge demand in our area.
I saw one just the other day. They were hiring for someone with industrial maintenance experience and education.
Yes, ma'am. And what's good about that program is a work and learn program. So they go to school 2 days a week and they can work 3 days a week while they're in school. So as they're learning the skill sets, they're taking those and applying them in the workplace. So
This makes so much sense.
Well, and that's it's based on an apprenticeship model. Like I said, that's another thing that we do. I have 2 people who are help with the registered apprenticeships. And what they do, a registered apprenticeship is a program depending upon what occupation, and there's over 1,200 occupations in the state of Kentucky that are registered, that an industry can have. I mean, when you think of apprenticeships, typically you think of your carpenters, your plumbers, your electricians, but it's not just that. There's teachers, there's nurses, there's computer programmers. There's just so many different areas that there are apprenticeships that it's great. It's a good opportunity for a company to have it's train and learn. So they take some raw talent, they put them through 144 contact hours of training in a year and at least 2,000 hours of on-the-job training. And what you do is you teach that person how at work. In the on-the-job training, you teach them how you want them to do the job there. In the theoretical portion, which is the related technical instruction, the 144 hours, they're learning why they're doing these things, and they're taking and applying it at work.
And there's so many reasons why this model works for the employer and for the employee, because they are vested. Both are vested
Yes,
in the educational portion and then the on-the-job training as well from both sides. And what do you see? Let's do some storytelling real quick.
Okay.
Storytelling's powerful. What have you seen from students, without naming names, that go through the program and come out the other side? Do you see changes in self-esteem? Do you see changes in habits? What do you see from students?
Well, you take a person that is, typically all they've been able to do is acquire a position or a job that pays minimum wage. Okay, so they can go through an apprenticeship program, and in some cases, depending upon what job it is, say industrial maintenance, they go through a 4-year program in industrial maintenance, and where they're doing the related technical instruction, 144 hours a year or 576 contact hours of technical courses, and 8,000 hours of on-the-job training. They come out of there and they'll make up to now, I think in some places in this area, they can make up to $35 an hour. So you're going from minimum wage, which is what, $9, $10 an hour, $12 an hour? I'm not sure what it is. To
the last I checked, it was in the seven
range. Okay,
and I'm not sure now.
I'm not sure now.
Frankly, I'm really confused about what's happening.
Yes, ma'am.
With the minimum wage right now.
But they can double, almost triple, maybe triple their wages, what they're used to. So makes a huge impact on and it's a career now. It's not a job.
It's going somewhere.
It's going somewhere. And they have upward mobility. They can continue their education and that's something you and I have talked about before, continuing education.
And as inflation happens, as it does, there's the opportunity over time for them to increase their salary. And for so many people that are in minimum wage jobs, they just don't really see those opportunities.
Right.
So you're creating opportunity.
Yes, ma'am. And so it's like I said, you get a better employer, you get a better employee, because and what studies have shown is because that person's went through training with that with that particular company, and the company made the investment in that employee, that employee is going to be now more loyal to that company, and they're going to stay with that company much longer. And they do. And the concern has always been, we'll train them and they'll leave. It's better to train them, and it's better you either train them. Well, like I said, it was train them and they'll leave. Well, isn't that better than the training portion, taking the risk to train them, and then not train them and keep on them? So if so it's you get a much better workforce, which improves our productivity, in what we're producing. It's going to get us out of this. Manufacturing is bouncing back from COVID era. It's really bouncing back, and from workforce solutions standpoint, it's been somewhat difficult getting some training done, because everybody's just hitting the production so hard trying to get production going. One of the issue there is the production technician. It's the people that on the manufacturing floor. It's hard to get those people. So what we've developed, we have a program called a production technician program at HCEC. It can be a registered apprenticeship, but what it does, it teaches, we have soft skills included in that, the hand tools, safety, awareness, basically, some problem solving and lean manufacturing. And there's another one, I forget the other one. There's 6 credit hours, so there's 5 classes. So it's
incredible.
Yeah. But what we do with that program, we're going to be teaching that program in the spring on Fridays only. So they'll come 2 Fridays, one particular class and 2 Fridays, and then say soft skills. Well, the next Friday they come to us. We can help them with do some mock interviews and things like that. That's one thing our group does, is help with job placement assistance. How to do resumes, how to do fill out applications, low stress interviewing. Just what given that, and it gives an opportunity. We're trying to do a lot of that what's considered onboarding into industry. We can do a lot of that in that onboarding in this program for industry.
What age range are you seeing utilizing this program? Or does it vary?
It varies. This program, it's not just unique to ECTC, but so in what I've seen high school kids. I've seen the program taught at the high school. I've seen people all the way up to anywhere from 17 to 65 take advantage of this type of program. And
there's so many advantages to that, especially as age advances. You give people who may not have had a shot ever in order to turn it into a career and to advance and increase their income and their benefits. But this is HCEC-TV, so if we focus on the high school portion of it, what that enables a student to do, parents, if you're listening, is it affords them the opportunity to have 0 student loan debt.
Yes, ma'am.
Which is huge. We talk about it at Abound Credit Union quite a bit, because it's a huge part of someone's financial future, whether you're a grandparent, a parent, or a child, or a guardian. Is you could take advantage of some of these programs at ECTC and graduate with 0 virtually debt, like 0 debt, almost. And we'll get to the prices in just a moment. But that's massive compared to someone who will graduate after 4 years or 6 years and have hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. So even though they're graduating with a degree and they're going into the workforce or already in the workforce, they have maybe $300 or $400 a month that they're paying out of their salary. So really, yes, they've gained knowledge and all of these benefits, but when we talk about the cost, is it really working? And the answer is no, because we need student loan overhaul. So speaking of that, let's just say as a blanket statement, KCTCS, including Elizabethtown Community and Technical College, it's just less expensive per credit hour to attend.
Yeah, I think it's $179 a credit hour right now, which is the best, the best you're going to find in the state for any. I always recommend that, and I had my own children do this, if you start at a community college and move forward to, if you need to want to continue after that, and all our programs can advance, it's going to be more economically feasible for someone to do that, because once you go to these other colleges, tuition jumps up to twice, 3 times that amount that we're paying at ECTC. The other good thing about ECTC is a lot of the programs, and KCTCS in general, a lot of the programs that we have are work-ready Kentucky scholarship eligible.
What does work-ready mean?
The work-ready scholarship, what it does is if a person does not, it will pay for the tuition for up to 60 credit hours in programs that are considered high wage, high demand.
And let's break that down for credit hours for those who aren't in academia. That equates to an associate's or a bachelor's degree. What does that equate to?
Okay, 60 credit hours is equivalent to an associate of arts, associate of science, associate of applied science. Some programs have just maybe a couple more hours than that, but 60 credit hours is a considerable amount towards that. The work-ready scholarship, like I said, is for the associate applied science programs. It's not all, and it's the high wage, high demand. It's programs that are considered in your construction industry, your healthcare, business and IT, advanced manufacturing, and transportation and logistics. So
you could get that at no cost.
But yes, ma'am. Yeah. And then it's a last pay program. So what most people do, what they're encouraged to do, is go out and fill a FAFSA, a federal aid form.
I looked this up the other day because Rachel Hepner and I from the scholarship department, we were talking about it, and it was, or from financial aid. It's free. Let's say FAFSA. And by the way, October 1st is when that opens,
yes,
and you want to go right to the site.
And come to ECTC, because we have people that will help with that.
Free for, I have to write it down real quick. Hold on. FAFSA. I was super proud of myself too that I remembered, and now it just went out of my head. Free application
for federal
student aid.
There you
High
go.
Five.
Very good.
Yeah, we're throwing around a lot of acronyms.
And I should know that. My wife used to work in financial aid at the college, so I should know that. So.
Yeah, Michael Barlow and his team, and I mentioned Rachel Hepner. You'll see us around schools educating people about scholarships and grants and these programs, that type of thing. We talked about the FAFSA, and it is a first come and need based. So put it in your calendar, save it on your whatever. So October 1st, for some people it's a Super Bowl. They're like, this is what, or Black Friday.
Right.
We are going on October 1st. We're getting our tax information together, and we are doing this together on the government website.
I mean, all they can do is say no.
Yeah.
So, it could be, it's just completely worth, 30 minutes of your time basically is what it would take to do the application, or less, depending on how organized you are.
Oh, that's the other thing too that I like with the FAFSA now is the IRS retrieval tool. So if you're watching and you're like, oh, my taxes aren't together, or I don't even know where to start because we've only got a few weeks until October 1st. There's the option. A week. Oh my goodness, time is flying. There's no charge to do it. Thus the free. That's something, a question we got in schools this week was, is there a charge to apply? So is there a charge to apply?
No charge to apply.
Yeah. So if someone asks for a payment, or if a website asks for a payment, then that's a scam.
Pretty much, yes.
So not to put our information in there, but yes, the free application for federal student aid is where everyone should get started. And I should say everyone who plans to attend higher education in some capacity. And you're right, until you apply, you don't know. So what have you seen as far as success stories, the lowest someone has paid? Is it zero, or is it?
Well, there's some, basically I've seen people come out with zero debt whatsoever because they applied to this for scholarships, or maybe the FAFSA covered what their current needs were. Maybe they had a part-time job, in addition to working, but still come out with no debt whatsoever.
That's incredible.
So it's just it's an incredible opportunity, and I wish more people would take advantage of it.
Rachel mentioned that there are some scholarships and some grants that are left on the table.
Yes, ma'am.
There's just money there. So
it's a shame too.
It is. So, but that's why you're here, right? I want to go back a little bit, if you're okay with that, to talk about CDL logistics and the bigger scope of that. When we talk about CDL, people think, oh, well, I'll be a trucker. But are there more opportunities for that, say in management, or how can someone expand on the CDL program?
Oh, definitely. Our CDL program, one, it is credit bearing. So once they successfully complete the CDL class, it counts for TRU 100, which is work ready eligible.
Okay.
So the 6 credit hours of tuition is covered. We have a customized course fee because of the other costs that are involved in running the program. But so with that, you can go into that program. Those credits are directly related to, say, diesel technology, which is where you can get into where you're a mechanic in diesel mechanic. Anybody that shows the potential, I'm pretty sure they're going to get the opportunities to move up if they truly show that potential, truly show that interest in that, if they're in the right places. But there's opportunities to go all the way to the top. I'm trying to think of. I don't have anyone in particular. We have our heavy duty truck program, our diesel technology program, that we have 3 tracks in that program actually. But that's a little bit off the point. But with the CDL, you can be an owner operator, own your own. Go out there once you get your CDL license and get yourself established. Become your own boss. So
I love those opportunities because we want to see more of that too. People feeling empowered by this program to say, okay, I'm interested in this, and this is a skill that I have or something that I have a proclivity for. But at the same time, knowing that they have the option at some point to take more classes and have that applied to what they've already done, and say, I feel empowered to start my own business, or if I need to learn about accounting, or if I need to learn about whatever it takes to run a business.
We still have that,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, all those components of running a business successfully.
We have I'm very proud to say that we have a 100% pass rate at ECTC for the CDL test. So we have I have a fantastic instructor, and we have an administrative support for him that helps with the program. So he's doing a fantastic job. 100% pass rate is almost unheard of. Wow. So. Well,
I promise, I solemnly swear, to never come over there and take the CDL test to mess up your program.
Oh, I'm sure Mike would get you. You would pass? I'm sure you would.
Probably good. He's a great instructor, so that could probably happen.
I'm like I said, I think before, I'm blessed to have so many great instructors in the areas that I work with. So I work with some of the most talented people I've ever seen in my life. They're also some of the most dedicated when it comes to students. Students first, and they truly believe that, and they truly demonstrate that.
I've seen that, and as a Baron, maybe I'm a little partial, but during my time at ECTC, and even now, I see that students are the customer, so to speak. That,
in a way,
the client. If you were to think of the business model and the client customer, students come first, and they are the ones that the dedicated faculty is always thinking about, and that's special.
I think and it's very, very special. Like I said, we have the most. I'm just so impressed and so honored to be able to work with these people on a day-to-day basis. So.
Well, before we go, because we could just talk forever, I think about this. We're both pretty passionate about getting people opportunities and higher education with little to no debt, and getting them the resources that they need. Is there an easy way for people watching to be able to connect with you and get more information, or connect with the college to get information about everything that we've talked about? Because we've talked about a lot.
Well, our website, the ECTC website, is probably one of the best places to start. It's elizabethtown.kctcs.edu. If you're interested in workforce solutions and the programs that we offer, we also have community education courses that we offer through Workforce Solutions. That is, you go to that website, and on the top it says Workforce Solutions. Click that; it'll take us to our page. You can call Workforce Solutions at area code 270-706-8700. That's our main line. We'll get right back with you. If someone's not there, if we don't answer, we'll be right back. If we don't answer, it means we're busy, which is a great thing. But we will get back with you. I have some very dedicated staff that are just doing some fantastic things in the community, and I'm so proud. We have our mobile training unit, which is going to be in Marion County this weekend, Ham Days. We have
I love that Ham Days is back.
Yeah. But if like I said, we talked about in the parade, we had our mobile training unit, which is a bus that says Workforce Solutions on the side of it. Look for it. And then we also had the Metallica Scholars Lightning Learning Lab, in that where we can take that, we can do business and industry training with that unit. So. So
HCTC's on wheels too.
We're on wheels, and our goal is to be there. Like I said, we have customers. In my view, our students are our clients in one aspect. Business industry is also our clients. If we can give the community, our thing is to make an impact in the community, and a positive impact in the community. And I think, from what I've seen and what I've heard, I think we're doing a great thing. Mm-hmm. We're trying to help address the workforce solutions. Workforce solutions crisis, workforce crisis, not the workforce solutions crisis. We're trying to address the workforce crisis through appropriate workforce solutions.
Well, you and your team are doing a great job.
Thank you.
With it. So, and I'm already thinking too for my son. So he's like, "Oh my gosh, Mom, I'm just 11." But I'm like, "No, we've got to start thinking about these things now." So I'm so happy that you came on the show today to share this with us, because it's so important.
Well, thank you. I'm very honored to be here.
elizabethtown.kctcs.edu. And 270-706-8700 is the way to get a hold of these incredible people helping connect students with the needs in the industries in our community. So thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for watching. My guest today was Michael, also known as Mike Hazard, Professor of Industrial Maintenance Technology and Dean of Workforce Solutions and Technical Problems at our very own Elizabethtown Community and Technical College. Thank you so much for watching today, and we hope that you find opportunities in our community wherever you go. I'm Holly Sexton, and this is HCEC-TV's Issues and Insights. Have a good day.